Action. All right. The first thing we have is I'm going to start with number 8 on page 346 from our Algebra 2 book. And I have x cubed y squared minus 8x cubed y plus 16x cubed plus y to the 5th minus 8y to the 4th plus 16y to the 3rd. All right, write it down. Now, when we have 6 terms like this, I'm going to group these first 3 terms together, and I'm going to group these last 3 terms together. So, if I'm going to, and you remember we get the greatest common factor. All right, x cubed, x cubed, x cubed. They each have x cubed, right? Anything else? This has y squared. This has a y, but this one doesn't have a y. So is everybody good that the GCF for the first 3 terms is x to the 3rd power? Okay. And I'm going to pull the x to the 3rd power out of each term. I'm going to divide by x to the 3rd, and that gives me y squared minus 8y plus 16. Pulled the GCF out of the first 3 terms. Now, y to the 5th minus 8y to the 4th plus 16y to the 3rd. I'm grouping those 3 together, and I want the greatest common factor from those 3 terms. Any thoughts? Caroline?
Y to the 3rd?
Yes. We want as many y's as we can, and this is the one that'll, y to the 3rd is the GCF. Y to the 5th divided by y to the 3rd is y to the 2nd. If I pull y to the 3rd out of this term, I'll have a negative 8 and y left. And out of this term, I'll have a plus 16. Is there something good here that you see that we can keep going, Logan?
I just had a question.
Okay.
How did you get the y cubed? I don't like that.
Caroline. Okay, I'll talk about the x cubed. It is a factor in all 3. So that's the greatest common factor.
Okay.
Now, Caroline, you want to talk about y to the 3rd?
So,
What were you thinking? How do you do that? Process that?
so you have 4 times 3. So the 3 is the lowest number, and the alternate.
Okay, this is too many for these 2 terms, right? That's too many y's for this term, but that's one we get.
Okay.
All right, what's a good sign? That's what I was asking before Logan asked his good question. What's a good sign here that we can keep going? In grouping, Logan. The things in parentheses are the same. Yes, that means we can keep going. I'm going to pause this for a second. All right. Now, x cubed plus y cubed, and the common factor of those 2 is y squared minus 8y plus 16. So it's like the GCF of these 2 terms, right? And we'll pull it out. Okay. A lot of times this is where we would stop. But we kind of know how to factor this, and we've learned in the past how to factor one like this. So if we can keep factoring, we will. So I have x cubed plus y cubed. Do you remember how to factor x cubed plus y cubed? From what we practiced. Same. What would that be? What would that first factor be for x cubed plus y cubed? Look at the 5 examples we just did. It's one of those HVAC moments where that's all I can hear right now. Kelly?
Isn't it
X plus y. Take the cubes off, that's your first factor. Then you go x squared plus x times y plus y squared. I've just made a mistake, my first mistake of the year. What is it? What's my first mistake of the year right now? Logan?
Change the sign.
You got to change that sign to minus. All right. Now, I'm just curious. We got a trinomial here. Can we multiply two numbers and get 16 and add those same two numbers and get negative 8? Julian? Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. Well, you know what? This will factor too as y minus 4 times y minus 4 then. Could write y minus 4 squared instead of writing them both out. But that is completely factored now. And I just want to reiterate, a lot of times maybe this is where it ends. But if it keeps factoring, I want you to factor it. Okay? All right.